Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do a take 5. This take 5 is for 3/30/22. Without further ado, let's dive right in and do this take 5. Starting with our comedy. Our comedy pick for this take 5 is going to be Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. Trading Places came out in 1983. It had a IMDb score of 7.5, well deserving. It had a runtime of 100. Well, it has a runtime of 116 minutes. And the two standout stars is Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Trading Places is a really good movie. It's about a law firm, and they make a bet, and they place a wager. I'm not going to get too deep off into the woods, but they place a wager to see if Dan Aykroyd's character could make it in Eddie Murphy's shoes and vice versa. It was a good movie, very funny. You'll love this one. That 7.5 is well deserved for that movie too. Next up, our horror pick for this take 5 is going to be, now this is the Omen 4-pack on Blu-ray. Very cheap packaging, but it's cheap if you can find it. It's like 10 bucks. Most places is anywhere from 10 to 15 bucks for all 4. So you got the 3 original Omen movies, and you have the Omen Remake, which is what we're talking about here. The Omen Remake came out in 2006. It had a very low 5.5 IMDb. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I think this movie should be at least a 6.5. It was good. Liv Schreiber did an excellent job in this movie. It was scary. It was creepy. It was chilling. The little boy did a good job. They changed a few things from the original Omen, but it was good. It was really good. I think it was better than a 5.5. I know this movie got really beat down by the critics, but I thought it was pretty good. So 5.5 IMDb, I definitely don't agree with that. I had 110-minute runtime, and it stars Liv Schreiber as your main star of the movie. Good movie. You should give this a watch. And if you don't have any of the Omen movies, you might as well go ahead and get this 4-pack, the Omen. I think there's a new one that came out. I think it's a Scream Factory release where it's all the Omen movies too. That's a good one to check out. And I think that might be in 4K. Next up, our action movie for this take 5 is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring the once husband and wife, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, both playing agents. I don't know what agencies they're with, but they're both playing agents on opposite teams. It's a secret to, like, near the end what they're up to. It's funny. It's action-packed. You're going to like this one. I was really hoping for a Mr. and Mrs. Smith 2, but it never happened. This was a good movie. I really did enjoy it. I had high hopes for it, too, when it came out, and it kind of met my expectations. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith came out in 2005. It had an IMDb of 6.5. I can live with that. 6.5 for this. I can live with that. 125-minute runtime. And again, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. This was a good movie. The 6.5, I would like to see it a little bit higher, but I can live with 6.5. More so than I can live with 5.5 for the Omen Remake. Next up, we got our drama. Our drama for this take 5 is The Client. So you have Susan Sarandon and Tommy Lee Jones in this one. Now, this one is about a little boy who witnessed a suicide. And it's been a while since I've seen this one, but I do believe this guy was a big shot in either the mob or he was an informant, but he witnessed the suicide. Awesome movie. Let's see here. So The Client came out in 1994. It has a well-deserved 6.8 IMDb. 6.8, between 6.8 and 7 is where this one should be. 119-minute runtime. Susan Sarandon, Tommy Lee Jones. This is a good movie right here. Now, it's been a while since I've seen this one, but I do believe the guy in the beginning, I do believe he killed himself, and the little boy saw it. Or either he was killed and the little boy saw it, but either way, this little boy is the client, and he's on the run, and they're trying to keep him protected. Awesome movie. Very, very good movie. Especially if you're a fan of Susan Sarandon and Tommy Lee Jones. I think the chemistry on screen for the movie was just incredible. You got to check this one out if you never saw it. Especially if you're a Tommy Lee Jones fan. Next up, our thriller for this one is Misery. Okay, you got James Caan and Kathy Bates. Misery came out in 1990. A very high, well-deserved 7.8 IMDb. Well-deserved. It's a high score, and it deserves it. 107-minute runtime. And again, you got James Caan and Kathy Bates. So basically, James Caan is a writer. And he's finishing a series of books, his Misery series. He's actually doing a finale. It's the last one in the line. He's in seclusion. You know, a lot of writers, they go into seclusion when they're writing like masterpieces, or they might experience writer's block. They'll go into seclusion to write their books. So he was done. He was driving down the mountain. I guess it was like in a mountain town, Colorado or something like that. So he was driving down the mountain in a snowstorm. He lost control of his car. He flipped. I guess he was driving down to deliver the manuscript to the post office so it can get sent off to the publisher. And Kathy Bates found him, nursed him back to health, and she was extremely psychotic. She did a lot of things to torture this man. He went through hell. James Caan basically shot the whole movie in bed. Excellent, creepy, thrilling, chilling movie. Misery is one of the best thrillers of all times, period. If you named, like, this would be in the top 10 greatest thrillers of all time. Some people might even put it in their top 5. I would put this in my top 10 greatest thrillers ever. It might even be in my top 5. I'm not sure. But Misery. All right, guys. So that's it. That's our take 5 for 3/30/22. I'll catch you in the next one. Coming up next is the top. This was a take 5, not a top 5. I'm sorry. Take 5. Coming up, we're going to have when I do the theme specific ones, like specific take, it's going to be a take 10. So it's going to be take 10. So the upcoming is the Samuel L. Jackson. It was going to be a take 5, but I'm going to do a take 10 for Samuel L. Jackson. See you in the next one.